Do you know that if you have 600 grams of all-purpose flour, you add 10 grams of ginger paste, 12 grams of salt, 7 grams of hot chili powder, 120 grams of granulated sugar, 70 grams of butter or margarine. Then you combine everything thoroughly, just the way you make your short crust. Just make sure you combine everything very well. Open the center of this and add 80 grams of liquid milk and 40 grams of whole egg. Next, you gradually start adding 190 grams of room temperature water. Make sure you add this water gradually as you combine. Okay, so you keep on adding the water bit by bit. Don't add the water all at once. Okay, so at a point you will discover that your dough will start forming or coming together, just to make that soft, non too tacky dough. But lest I forgot, you need to add half teaspoon of nutmeg powder and 1 teaspoon of milk zest flavor. I forgot adding that at initial time where I was adding the milk and the rest. Okay, so after adding it this time, make sure you combine everything together, or if you have added it at the initial time, no problem. Okay, so after adding and combining everything, make sure you form a very soft dough, and then you're going to wrap up this dough to rest for about 5 to 10 minutes. After this time, just sprinkle a little bit of flour on your work surface, then transfer this dough on the work surface and start rolling the dough out. Okay, now you can use the chin machine to roll your dough, or you can use your roller just this way to roll out your dough. And again, you can also use your pizza cutter or your roller cutter or your chin machine to cut your dough, or you can just use a knife just as me. But make sure that you roll out this dough as flat as possible, but not too thin and not too flat. Okay, because you want your dough to be crunchy and crispy. I don't know how to put it, but it must be crunchy. Okay, so for that crunchy dough, you need to make sure that, or that crunchy chin, you need to make sure that you roll out your dough a little bit more flatter than usual. Okay, so once you are done rolling it out, and you make sure you just sprinkle a little bit of flour so it doesn't stick. Now go ahead and heat up your oil, and make sure that your oil is at medium temperature or medium heat. Then you transfer this chin dough you've cut out to start frying. Ensure to monitor the heat of the oil if you're using an air fryer. If you're using a deep fryer, oh my goodness, so if you're using a deep fryer, ensure to monitor the oil. And also, if you are frying with a pot on a heat or pot on a cooker, make sure that you also monitor the heat. So once your chin is light golden brown, take them out from the oil and transfer into a colander lined with a baking paper or a kitchen paper or a clean kitchen towel, and your chin is ready. So for you to fry the next batch, ensure your oil is cooled down a little bit, like up to like 5 minutes cooling time. Then you pour in the second batch and then fry. Your chin is going to come out crunching, tasting amazing. Like, trust me, when you try this recipe, you're not going to love any other chin recipe aside this. I remember giving this chin out to a friend, and a friend gave it to a friend, and the friend asked for more. Like, I don't like missing words. Each time I make this chin and any other type of chin, people would always want this particular chin. I don't know why. Maybe because it's best.